General Electric Theater has brought you Random Harvest, starring Ronald Colman and Benita Hume. Featured in tonight's cast were Ben Wright, Tudor Owen, Ellen Morgan, Gloria Gordon, Edgar Barrier, and Christopher Cook. Random Harvest was written by James Hilton and adapted for radio by James Poe and Robert Tallman, with music by Wilbur Hatch. General Electric Theater was transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. This is Ken Carpenter inviting you to be with us next week at this same time when General Electric, makers of famous, dependable kitchen and home laundry appliances, will bring you Cary Grant in a rollicking comedy, The Bachelor, on the General Electric Theater.
America now listens to 110 million radio sets and listens most to the CBS Radio Network.
That was good, right? Random Harvest, a radio reenactment of the movie. Ronald Colman, Benita Hume, they were Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Colman. And a great cast, Ken Carpenter doing the announcing there. The music was by someone who did tons and tons of music on these radio shows, Wilbur Hatch. And you know when he took a drink?
It went down the hatch.
That's right.
I just figured that.
It would always be down the hatch. July 9th, 1953, the General Electric Theater, the very first episode in the series. And they were talking about how that's the first time the three of them, Ken Carpenter and Ronald and Benita Colman, had worked together since their Halls of Ivy days. We play Halls of Ivies here.
Definitely.
Halls of Ivy radio shows here, and Ken Carpenter was the announcer on that radio show as well. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's take a quick break. Then it's more on the WGN Radio Theater. You know, there's 5 classic radio shows, Lisa, waiting for people. And, folks, that means you. Everyone listening to this radio show is entitled to 5 free classic radio shows at our website, 100radioshows.com. Now, we've set up this website so we can thank you for listening to this show. 5 shows: Suspense, Jack Benny, Richard Diamond, Private Detective, Fibber McGee and Molly, and Gunsmoke. Huh?
You got it.
Off the top of my head, Lisa.
I know. I was watching your eyes kind of searching for that.
I'm like, what are the shows again? But we purposely took these 5 shows right from the master recordings. Mike digitally remastered them. They sound amazing. And when you go to 100radioshows.com, 100radioshows.com, when you go there, at the very top of the website, it says, put your email address. You just put your email in there and hit send. And then within like a minute, even less, seconds, you will get an email from us. If you don't get an email from us, then it ended up in your spam folder, so go there. But it'll be an email to you with 5 classic radio show links. And those links never expire. You can Bluetooth them to your car, or to your radio, whatever you want to do. And you can listen to those 5 classic radio shows. Now, there's also something else at that website. There are 7 collections, and soon there will be 8, Lisa. I'm working on an entire sci-fi collection. I didn't tell you about this.
No, so we're going to have, 800?
Yeah, so there's 7 collections at the website. Each one of these collections has 100 radio shows, all digitally remastered. And there's a Christmas one, all Christmas shows. There's a greatest shows. There's a drama, all dramas. There's an all Western, an all mystery, and an all detective.
And a comedy.
Yeah.
Can't forget that.
No. And these collections, as I said, have 100 shows, about 50 hours of material. Now, if you want to purchase any of those, you can, but make sure that you use the promo code radio at checkout. Now, when you go to checkout and you're ordering these, put the promo code radio in there, and you will save 70%. So this is a great way to build your library. There's 700 shows there, all digitally remastered, all sound amazing. And you can buy them at a very, very low price, because 70% off by using the promo code radio. That's our other way of thanking you for listening to this show, right?
Right. So either way, check out the website, take the 5 free shows, enjoy them. And if you'd like to purchase more, that's wonderful. And if you don't, you're still, we hope that you'll enjoy those 5 shows.
Yeah, get the 5 shows at least. Check it all out. These are all digital downloads. And then there are still people that like the CDs, right? Well, the ones at 100radioshows.com, they're not on CD. It's all digital downloads. But if you are someone who wants to order CDs of classic radio shows, go to our other website, which is classicradioclub.com. Now, at the classicradioclub.com website, you can order 10 shows. You'll get 10 shows every month, either on CD, because a lot of people still like CDs, Lisa, or digital downloads. Yeah, so check that out, too. There's 2 ways you can build your library of classic radio shows. And the great thing about the club is you'll get 10 shows sent to you each month that I handpick from our library of over 100,000 shows. Plus, I write liner notes for these shows. Very detailed liner notes.
Well, you can get the liner notes whether you get the CD or the digital download.
That's right.
Either way, you'll get a little bit of the history of each show and learn about that. And either way, you'll still get 10 great classic radio shows sent to you every single month. Yeah,
it's a great way. It's a great way to get the best of the best, because I'm always putting like really special shows in there. And like just recently, I found an episode of Martin and Lewis that had Lucille Ball on it, and it was like 45 minutes long, and not 30, because they went did a special presentation because Lucille Ball was on it, stuff like that. It's always
such a different side of Lucille Ball than you would normally see on My Favorite Husband.
Yeah, but anyway, classicradioclub.com or 100radioshows.com. In our next hour, Frank Sinatra stars as Rocco Fortunato in Rocky Fortune from 1953, and then we'll tune into a little mystery called The Unexpected.